Hi friends, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this e-learning session. For your kind information, I hope you remember that last time we did all the 20 elements and their symbols. And as I stated, it was Berzelius who gave the various different symbols for sodium Na, for magnesium Mg, then like we talked about the very first element for any particular element, the first letter is the name from which the element is coming. Okay, like for example boron, then its initial letter is B, so its symbol is B. Beryllium, its initial letter is B, so its symbol is Be. Okay, this is how we discussed about the symbols that were given to the various elements, and especially we discussed about the first 20 elements. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the electronic configuration of all the 20 elements. Now you might be thinking, what is this meaning of electronic configuration? First I am going to teach you electronic configuration at class 9 level. 8th and 9th minimum you should know this much. Okay, that is still secondary level. Then electronic configuration at higher secondary level. What is this electronic configuration and how it is used? That we are going to discuss. Electronic configuration. Welcome to science. By Harsha ma'am. So very warm welcome to all of you, and today we are going to do the concept of electronic configuration. Okay. Now what is electronic configuration? Electronic configuration means the arrangement of the electrons in the orbits, okay, around the nucleus. The arrangement of the electrons around the nucleus in a specific pattern as per Bohr's model, that is called as its electronic configuration. That is what electronic configuration is, and the basic way by which you are knowing that in K shell there will be 2 electrons, L shell there will be 8 electrons, M shell there will be 18 electrons, and N shell there will be 32 electrons. This is what we have already seen in our previous lecture. Now for your kind information, there is not one L shell, there are 2 L shells. Okay, so I am talking only till electronic configuration 20. So how you have to do the arrangement? You have to do the arrangement in this way: 2, 8, 8. First, you have to take 2 electrons, then 8. Then now, after taking 8, you have to take once more the stroke of 8. Okay, till 20 I am talking about. First 2, then 8, then again 8. Why like this? There might be a question that is coming into your mind. Because there are like the number of shells of a particular this L shell is not 1. L shell is not 1, and hence the next is also L shell. Okay, just remember, and this is how you have to consider 288 till 20 I'm talking about. Okay, so kindly note down this. After that we'll move further. Note down this so that we can move further. I'll teach you to write the electronic configuration of all the 20 elements. On the basis of that, I'll teach you how to calculate the valency. Okay, that is a new term for you. That also I'll teach you, and then only then we'll move further. Quick. You're having exactly 1 minute to note down this content. Be quick in noting. Now, next concept, valence electron valency. Okay, after doing electronic configuration, we'll do valence electron and valency. First, let me draw the electronic configuration of hydrogen. Hydrogen is having only one nucleus, one electron in its outermost orbit, so it's having just one electron. Atomic number 1. So number of electrons 1. Helium, atomic number 2. So number of electrons it is having is 2. Lithium, now here what happens? This was the first orbit K. In K, how many maximum number of electrons can come? 2. So in K orbit, maximum 2 electrons are possible. While coming to here, lithium. First orbit, there are how many electrons? 2. In the next orbit, there will be how many electrons? 1 more. Come to beryllium. Nucleus, first orbit, second orbit. In beryllium, first orbit is having how many electrons? 2. Next L shell. L shell can accommodate how many maximum? 8. So electronic configuration of beryllium is, in the first orbit it will have, in the next orbit it will have again 2. So in beryllium, how many maximum number of electrons can come is 2. Note down this 4 electronic configuration. After that we'll move further. Be quick. Properly draw first nucleus, then the first shell, that is K shell, then L, okay, be quick. Be quick. Let's move further now. Till beryllium you have noted, now boron. Boron, atomic number is 2. Boron atomic number of boron is hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron. Atomic number is 5. So in the first orbit will have how many electrons? 2. In the next orbit, L shell, maximum how many electrons can come? 8. What is the atomic number of boron? 5. Out of 5, 2 have already come. So how many maximum will be able to come over here? 3. Okay. Next, carbon. Carbon atomic number 6. Electronic configuration, first 2. Next, how many maximum number of electrons can come in L shell? 8. Its atomic number is 6. Out of 6, 2 have already come. So how many will remain? 4. Next, nitrogen. Atomic number of nitrogen is 7. So in the first orbit, 2. Okay, so what is 7 minus 2? 5. Can 5 come in a L shell? Yes, they can come. So 5 will be accommodated. Oxygen. First, in the oxygen, in the very first orbit, K shell, there will be 2. Atomic number of oxygen, 8. I hope you remember the oxygen, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. Atomic number of oxygen is 8. So what will be its electronic configuration? In the first orbit, 2. Next orbit, 6. Okay. Next, fluorine. First orbit, 2. Next orbit, 7. Fluorine atomic number is 9. So electronic configuration will be 2, 7. Then neon. Atomic number 10. First orbit contains 2 electrons. Next will contain 8. Now capacity of second shell is over. So third will start filling. But in third, how many electrons we have? You don't have to take 18. You have to take 8 again because L shell is not 1. Got it? Okay. So in the next shell, there will be electrons. So after sodium, after neon, you have sodium. In the sodium, the third orbit will also come. This is carbon, All right. So first orbit 2 electrons, next orbit 8 electrons. After that, in the last orbit, sodium will have 1 electron. Why? Because its atomic number is 11. It needs to adjust 11 electrons. So in the first orbit there will be 2, in the next orbit there will be 8, after that there will be 1. This is about the sodium. Then comes next magnesium. First orbit 2, next orbit 8, in the next orbit 2 more. Why 2 more? Because atomic number is 12. So in the first orbit 2, next orbit 8, and after that 2. Next is aluminium. In the aluminium, in the first orbit they have 2, next orbit 8, and in the next orbit 3 electrons. Because atomic number of aluminium is 13. So what is electronic configuration? In the first orbit 2, next 8, and then again 3. So this is how you have to remember about the electronic configuration and how to draw first nucleus, then first orbit, then second orbit, and then third orbit. Okay, then fourth orbit, that will come on. So till aluminium, I hope that you have understood. Once again I'll teach you. If it's boron, then in boron the very first 2 electrons are in the first orbit K, and in the L the rest 3. Carbon in the first orbit first 2, next 4. Nitrogen first 2, next 5. From its atomic number subtract 2 till 10. You will get the outermost orbit number of electrons. Oxygen atomic number 8, 2 already occupied. How many will remain? 6. 6 move in the next orbit. Fluorine atomic number of fluorine is 9. So in the first orbit how many electrons? 2. Next orbit 7 are remaining. Move in the next particular orbit. Coming to neon, atomic number 10. Electronic configuration, first shell 2 electrons. How many are remaining? 8. Move in the next orbit. Coming to sodium, how many electrons? 11. First orbit filled 2 electrons. Okay, next how many are remaining? 9. But 9 cannot come in the next orbit. How many maximum number of electrons can come in the next orbit? 8. So what will happen in the next orbit? 8 will get accommodated. So how many is remaining? 1. 1 move in the next orbit. Next, magnesium. What is the atomic number? 12. Electronic configuration, then 8, and then first it will accommodate 2. After accommodating 2, it will accommodate 8. After accommodating 8, how many are remaining? 2. 2 move in the last orbit. In the same electronic configuration of aluminium will be first 2, then 2 after the accommodation of 2. Next, how many accommodation can be done? 8. So give the 8 electrons the next in the next particular shell. How many are remaining? 3. 3 will go into the next shell. This is how electronic configuration is there. For kind information, many times it is happening that the jumping of electrons takes place. Electron jumps from here to here and from here to here. Like you go na mama na khare reva and dadi na khare reva and like kaka na khare, you go to stay. In the same way they also do. It's very interesting. Their whole theory is too interesting. Worth learning it is. And when they are jumping from one orbit to another orbit, they are releasing some kind of energy, they are gaining energy, all that things you'll study in your higher standards. Right now only note down this electronic configuration. Be quick. Quickly note down all the electronic configuration of aluminium. We will do till 20. Properly note down. Okay, I hope that you have noted. Now let's move further in silicon. Silicon, right? First 2, next 8. Next okay, first orbit there will be 2 electrons, next 8 and then 4. Phosphorus, first 2, then 8, then next there will be 5. Sulfur, in the sulfur, what is the atomic number of sulfur now? Atomic number of sulfur is 16. So what will be its electronic configuration? First 2, then 8, and then how many? 6. Chlorine. First orbit is having how many electrons? 2. Next, how many are remaining? There are 17, 2 occupied. So how many are remaining? 15. In the next orbit, accommodate 8. After 8 gets accommodated, how many are remaining? Out of 15, 10 are gone. Out of 17, 10 are gone. How many are remaining? 7. That 7 will come in the last orbit. This is about chlorine. Okay? Argon, potassium and calcium are left out. Note down till here quickly. After that, we'll note down argon, potassium and calcium. There is a reason I am doing all over here and I am making you do also over here. Because this is the basic concept. You cannot skip it. Quickly note down this. After that, we'll move further. In argon, potassium and calcium. Be quick. Count properly the electrons and then draw. Be quick. Okay, I hope that you have noted. After chlorine, argon, potassium and calcium. 3 are remaining. 20. Okay, see that. Let's move further now. Argon, first orbit 2 electrons. Atomic number of argon is what? 18. In the first orbit there will be how many electrons? 2. Next orbit there will be how many electrons? 8. Then total 10 over. How many are remaining? 8. So in the third orbit, how many can come maximum? 8. Why? Because this is L shell is not 1. So in the next orbit, you'll have 8 electrons. And now this shell is completely filled. Then पोटाशियम, ध्यान देना, पोटाशियम फर्स्ट orbit has how many electrons? 2. Next orbit will have how many electrons? 8. Okay. Then M. Potassium is atomic number 19. It is denoted by K. Its atomic number is 19. So what will be its electronic configuration? First 2, then 8. Then in the third orbit also 8, and how many is remaining? Only 1. That 1 will go in the next orbit. Okay. After calcium. First orbit how many electrons? 2. Next 8. After it again 8. So again how many electrons are remaining? 2. Because atomic number of calcium is what? What is the atomic number of calcium? The atomic number of calcium is 20. So first 2, then 8, then again 8, and then 2. So what will remain in the next last orbit is only 2. This is all about the electron configuration of 20 elements. Be quick, and even in my next particular lecture I'll be using all those electronic configurations. You have to compulsory keep this particular things with you, because in the next particular lecture I'm going to teach you valencies, and we'll need this diagrams. I'm not going to draw it again, I'll ask you, because then all interpretation will start. Okay, so first quickly note down this argon, potassium and calcium. After that we'll jot down all the electronic configurations together, and in next particular sessions what will we see? We will see valency. Be quick and note it quick. Be quick. Now, I hope that you have noted. Okay, so now I'm going to write all the electronic configuration together. Hydrogen, okay, the element and its electronic configuration. Hydrogen, only one. Helium, two. Lithium, 2 1. Beryllium, 2 2. First 2 and the next habit also 2. Boron, 2 3. Carbon, 2 4. Nitrogen, 2 5. Oxygen, 2 6. Fluorine, 2 7. Neon, 2 8. Next, element and its electronic configuration. Neon we have already noted. Then sodium, first orbit is 2, next is 8, then it is 1. Magnesium, 2, then 8, then 2. Aluminium, 2 8 3. 2 8 4. Phosphorus, 2 8 5. Sulfur, 2 8 6. Chlorine, 2 8 7. Argon, 2 8 8. Potassium, 2 8 9. Calcium, 2 8 8 9 will not come. What will come? 2 8 8 2. Intentionally I wrote over here 9 because that is my general habit. I write 9 and the students scream, "Ma'am, it's not 9 and it's 8 and 2." And I was waiting for that scream. Literally, I was waiting today for that scream to come. And I hope that through the scream might have come in you also. If literally you have screamed through the screen, then just WhatsApp me that I scream through the screen. Okay? Because this is what is really essential. You have to be active at each and every moment. So 2 8 8 2, then 2 8 8 1, then 2 8 8. So in potassium, the electronic and atomic number is 19. So 2 8, and after that, most of the students do the mistake of writing 9 over here. It's not 9, it's 8 and then 1. Then for calcium, it's 2 8 8. It is very important that this remains in your brain. This is the electronic configuration. As I said, that keep the content with you. In the next particular session, we are going to see about the valencies. Valency, on the basis of valency, the compound will be formed. On the basis of compound, you'll have the reactions. So whole of your chemistry is depending on this only. Don't take it lightly. Okay? So I hope that you have understood all the content that was done today. And as I said, don't forget about that scream and that screen. And that's all for the content of the day. Do keep doing the homework as and how you are doing, friends. See that most of you submit everything on timing. Do your best in the WRTs. Hope to see you soon. And that's all for the content of the day. Thank you so much for listening to me and have a very good day, all of you. Bye bye.